Good morning, everybody. This is Chris Lawton with Intuit Health. This morning, on this beautiful day, look around. This is my backyard, actually, and the camera is directed towards, I have this big giant football field kind of that's empty and always needs to be mowed. But we have a lot of fun in it, so it makes a beautiful backdrop. Okay, so I've tried to do this a few times. I'm just going to keep rolling, and if I mumble it up, we'll just try it again, okay? I want to bring to you 4 parts of a video group that will address things that you can help with movement. So my first motivation for doing this is because in my life I use this for usually pain if something's hurting me. So I want to bring to you the things that help me. So movement helps for chronic pain. So that's the first reason why I'm doing this. And then of course, as you're doing movement, of course it's exercise, so it helps tone your body. One of the other things that I want to bring attention to as far as symptoms that you may have if you have trouble with your shoulders is tingling. Tingling in your fingers, tingling in your arms, like they're going to sleep. I don't know if any of you have had that experience. Maybe for me, laying in bed looking at my phone, sometimes it'll become a little bit of a, like, can I keep going or do I have to get up? Because when you have tightness in your shoulders and there's restrictions, it creates a problem with your circulation. So then your fingers will become numb in certain situations. Usually it's positional. And then if the situation becomes a little bit more pronounced or advanced, then you may have a permanent issue with numbness in your fingers or your circulation feeling like it's being affected. So I will tell you, through my experience, my numbness and all of that was pretty severe before I understood what I could do to help it. And this exercise has pretty much made that all go away, except for the occasional time that I'm really tired, stressed, and in bed using my phone. But other than that, it's done a great job to change my muscles, change my fascia, and change the constrictions in my shoulders. And it also helps clear your mind sometimes when we're doing movement the way that I like to do it to address pain. It creates a little bit of fatigue in your muscles, which that fatigue works out some of the pain usually in your muscles and in your fascia. I'm going to put a couple of slides within this video, and here's one right now about what fascia is and what it looks like in your body. So sometimes or always, when your fascia becomes tight, sticky, tangled up, it can create discomfort in your body and almost a feeling of not being able to move right, or that something is in the way. Those of you who may have tight shoulders, that's what we're working on today, might have gone through the experience of not being able to really pick your arm up over your head without pain. Or for me, once in a while, if my shoulders are too tight, I'll be driving down the road and all of a sudden get a severe pain in my shoulder. Hasn't happened for a while because now I've learned how to prevent that from that tightness from building up. So we're going to start right away, and then I'll continue to talk off and on throughout the video. We're going to do this movement for 10 minutes. So probably after 2 minutes, you're going to be wanting to shut it off, or feeling that it hurts, or just maybe sick of it, or maybe you'll be having a great time. I don't know. But try to stick with it. It's worth it at the end. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to put our hands however you want them to be, and we're going to move them over our head like this. So it's as if you can imagine you're doing the breaststroke. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to look at the time so I know, okay, what time we need to stop. And you just keep going. So when you're doing this by yourself, because it's not very complicated, you can just put music on. Usually that'll make it go faster, or watch TV. Or sometimes I'll sit on the exercise ball because it gives you like a little bounce while you're doing this. It makes it just anything to make it go faster. Have a conversation with someone, watch a movie, but just keep going. So you want to reach up in the air. Don't keep your arms down here. Reach up in the air. Those of you who believe in our body electric, in energy, what it also does, see your hands are going through the top of the energy over your head. So it clears around your head. So if you have some busy thoughts, you can't calm your thoughts down, do this, because what it does is it just clears around your head. It clears the thoughts. And it also brings you into a place of using your body instead of your mind. So when you're in your body, your mind can't keep you all tied up, right? So probably about now your arms might be getting a little bit tired. If you have to stop, just stop for a few seconds. Take a couple breaths and go back to it. But the thing about this is you want to fatigue your muscles. So you're fatiguing your muscles and you're oiling the joint in your shoulder. So you're probably maybe cracking. The cracking will die down as you keep going over the 10 minutes. But at the beginning, even mine right now, my right shoulder is going every time. But that just means that I need to do this, because when you're done, the cracking will have died down. And there is kind of a cool payoff after this is over. When you stop, your body will hum. This is, for me, when I first found this, it's called Gyan Mudra, which is a Kriya. And a Kriya is from Kundalini Yoga. So a Kriya is just a practice, which is what we're doing right now. And the Gyan Mudra, don't stop. The Gyan Mudra is the hand placements, the mudras that you do with your hand. So if you're a yoga person and you want to, you can do this using Gyan Mudra. So either way is fine. Just keep going. I have quails in the back. Cool little story. Last night was the first egg we got from our baby quails. It takes about 8 weeks for them to mature enough to have an egg, which is pretty fast compared to chickens. The male quail make that noise. Just keep going. Your arms may be sore, but you can do it. I know you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Try to make the biggest circles that you can and just keep going. With this too, because we're using our shoulders, there's lymph nodes under our arms and also within our neck, which is being, moved also. You may find yourself sweating. And sometimes, if you're lucky, it'll start to, all these movements, because we're moving our arm, and underneath our arm are our lymph nodes, so it flushes our lymph system, which sometimes creates it's kind of a different type of sweating. It's like a very thin sheen that you might get, and it's because your lymph nodes are being kick-started to drain, which is really good for your body. Because a lot of us, especially women, you have trouble with your thyroids because around our neck and our shoulders are too tight, and then our thyroids get stalled. And it's better to do exercises like this to get your thyroid going than to take medicine. Because once you start on thyroid medicine, your thyroid can't work on its own. And just a side note, this is not in place of medical treatment. If you are sick or feel you need to go to the doctor, please do. Okay? Just saying that disclaimer. So just keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. I'm going to put my glasses on. I thought I could do this without, but then I can't see the time. Okay, so we're 6 minutes in. So we're doing great. We're almost done. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story as far as my shoulders go to help you understand what this can do for you. Over years ago, I was going through divorce, and I had 2 frozen shoulders. It happened one, and then about 6 months later, the other one happened. My range of motion was about to here, which means I couldn't pick my arm up past there. And for me, who was very active and a yoga person, that was devastating. It was so painful to try to get my arm up. It created scar tissue in my back because my muscles were so tight. And it took me years. My range of motion is perfectly fine now, but I've had to really work on it. But because of that, it created a lot of residual problems in my shoulders. So the only way for me to move past that is to get rid of the scar tissue and find room in my shoulders to have range of motion. So doing this consistently every day for a few months put me into a place where I was back to normal. And then I know that if my shoulders start to get tight again, I know what to do to prevent it from, my shoulders coming back. I think I may always have a little bit of tenderness in my shoulders because of what they've been through. And then the other thing is your shoulders are within your heart chakra. So it was very telling. I was going through a divorce. My heart was breaking for a lot of different reasons. I was happy to be out of the marriage, but at the same time, I'm a family person and I have a lot of history with different things. So it was heartbreaking not to have a family, that family unit, mom, dad, kids together. So I think that was one of the things that energetically my body was reacting to within my heart chakra. It was being damaged, and your shoulders, your arms, and your chest are within that area. So that was affected with tightness, pain. It was like my body was crying. Okay, let's check the time now. Keep going, don't stop if you can keep it going. Okay, we have 1 more minute. So those of you who kept going, yay, congratulations, you can do it. 45 more seconds. It's going to feel great when you're done. There is a big payoff at the end. Your body hums. It feels wonderful. The quail is saying, congratulations, you did it. 30 more seconds. Now, when we stop, I want you to bring your arms up to the ceiling or up to the sky. Don't let them drop. Just to warn you, because you're going to want to go whew and drop them. 10 more seconds. 8 more seconds. Okay. Big deep breath. Reach to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale. Reach to the sky again. Big deep breath, hold it, hold it, hold it, and reach as high as you can. And exhale, one more time. Big deep breath towards the sky, reach, 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 farther than before, reach, reach, hold your breath. And exhale. Let's just do a little twist. Twist to the left and to the right, left, right, left, right. One more time. Reach one more time up. All right, now bring your hands down. Okay, keep your eyes closed. Put your hands in your lap. Take some just gentle deep breaths. Your shoulders may be humming, your body may be humming. When you really tax your muscles that way and smooth them out and change the energy from being stagnant to full of movement, it brings this hum. Kundalini yoga, that's one of my draws towards doing Kundalini yoga, because it gives you this great high, kind of. It's a very natural high. And it's because we store up all this stuff in our muscles, and then doing that repetitive, it just rinses it out and it brings fresh energy. And it's just great circulation to your muscles. So that's it for today. I hope you stuck with me. If you didn't and you want to try again, go back to it tomorrow. I would suggest, if you have problems with your shoulders, do this every day. Maybe give yourself a treat when you're done, because I know it's hard sometimes to get to into that routine and doing something that you may feel like fatigues you, but I promise you, after you do it for a few days, it's not that big of a deal. It's more the repetitiveness that you have to stick with than being sore, because you will work the soreness out pretty quickly. But it will change your life. And just a little story. I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to link the story in below so that you can find it, because I'm not sure if I'll tell it to the best of what it deserves. But there was this community of monks that did not have what they needed as far as food and what they needed to take care of their people. So the story goes that they did this Gyan Mudra to create abundance in their life. So in the Kundalini tradition, this is what this practice is for. This Kriya is to create abundance. So that's another reason, if your shoulders are fine, but you just want to create abundance in your life, try this out. And the story, when I heard it, didn't explain it this way, but intuitively what I feel like is, as you're moving through, if you're an energy person, this is where your crown chakra is, and this is where all your thoughts live. And this is where the thoughts live sometimes that sabotage your life, sabotage your abundance, because you're thinking, I can't do it, I don't have this, all those negative things. But if you're clearing away all those negative thoughts that you may be accumulating, then it gives room for new thoughts, and then you can start to create more abundance in your life. So just a little bit of something to think about. So that's the end of my video. Thanks for coming. Down below, if you can subscribe and also hit the little bell, you'll get the videos when they come out. Comment. I would love to create some conversations down in the comments below. And also my website will be linked below if you want to come and check out my services. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon, probably tomorrow, and we'll do another part of the body. Bye.